AITA for uninviting a girl from my boyfriend's birthday party without him knowing? I am not the oop. Oop is you, AnyTune 87. AITA for uninviting a girl from my boyfriend's birthday party without him knowing? Originally posted to r, am I the asshole and r, off my chest. Thanks to you, check the boxes for suggesting this bo are you. Trigger warning. Sexual assault of a minor, incest. Less than. Original post May 2nd, 2023. I am new to Reddit. My boyfriend, M28, and I, F27, have been together for 8 years and are in a pretty serious relationship. Recently my boyfriend joined a new course where he is getting extra training to be suitable for a job role he has applied for. He has been talking about this girl, F22, in his class. He says she is quite but kind and has anxiety issues and was talking about an incident where she ended up crying in front of the whole class while presenting. Apparently, after that incident my boyfriend approached her and offered her help before the next presentation. So since then they have been working together and my boyfriend mentions several times that he feels something is wrong with her, as in she would constantly shake, would not sit next to him, would startle really easily. My boyfriend told me how she finally confided in him. She told him she was RPED by her brother when she was young, and when she told her family they never believed her. So the abuse continued for years until she ran away from home. I felt sorry for her, but I found it weird that she told my boyfriend all that information as if she was trauma dumping. For the next couple of days, my boyfriend became more close to her. He invited her to the house to work there. I admit, she is a beautiful girl. When my boyfriend introduced us she started being weird and complimented a lot. Like a lot. Saying things like, you are more beautiful than what he describes, and, he is so lucky to have you. I found that very weird from her. 2 weeks ago we were planning his birthday party and my boyfriend decided to invite her too. I told him it was a bad idea and that she could end up having a panic attack at the party, which will make everything awkward. He didn't listen and he invited her. Few days before the party she calls my boyfriend and I pick up the phone because he was in the shower. She said she called to ask what the dress code was and that she was excited for the party. I told her then that I think it was best she doesn't come and that it will only cause awkwardness if she ends up having a panic attack. I told her that I found it weird that she was getting so close to him and telling him information that normal people would think twice before telling anyone. I told her, which I am not proud of, that just because she was raped doesn't mean she can get away with acting for attention. I admit I was harsh, but she was acting cute and innocent. She apologized and cut the call and didn't come to the party. Now I feel bad, because my boyfriend recently told me how she stopped talking to him and that she hardly stays in class anymore. He said he saw her crying that day and when he approached she didn't say anything and walked off. He said he is scared he may have done something to upset her. I don't think I did anything wrong. I just think I was harsh, but she needed to know she was crossing her line. I'm more upset that my boyfriend thinks he did something wrong. AITA? Verdict. Removed before verdict rendered. Update: I have ruined my 8-year relationship with my boyfriend who now doesn't even want to look at me. September 15th, 2023. I, 27F, have ruined my 8-year relationship with my compassionate boyfriend, M28, by being petty to one of his friends. I posted on Reddit couple of months ago and received so much hate. I was rude to one of my boyfriend's lady friend who was a victim of child RPE. I won't go into details, but I was worried my BF will leave me for her because of how nice he was to her. I am not a bad person, but I was called all sorts of names by people. I admitted in the post I was harsh on the girl, but didn't think my post will end up in Am I the Devil forum. I told my BF the truth of why his friend wasn't talking to him, and his reaction broke me. He started crying and saying how I could be so cruel to her and him. He said he was only helping her because his aunt was also a victim who suffered all her life till she decided to stop fighting. He said he could never and would never think of leaving me for another woman because he loved me a lot. I cried with him and told him how sorry I was and I wanted to apologize to the girl. He said she has left, hasn't come back, and no one knows where she is. He said he tried calling her but her number comes as invalid. He said he tried asking around and no one knows where she is. He is afraid for her, and now so am I. I am scared that girl might have done something to herself and I can't live with that. My BF has since said he wants a break and called me yesterday and told me he wants to break up. He said if after 8-year relationship I can't trust him, then I never can. He told me he was planning to propose me on my 28th b-day, but he thinks there is no point in moving this relationship forward. I am heartbroken and have tried to reason with him and begging him for a second chance. But he said he can't be with me anymore and can't look at me with love. I am heartbroken and shattered. I ruined my relationship, possibly have caused an innocent person to fall in harm, and I can never live with that. I feel guilty and angry at myself for getting my feelings in the way. I wish I could find that girl and apologize, and I wish my BF changes his mind, but both seem unlikely. ATM. My mom is trying to console me, but my sis is being harsh and telling me the only one to blame here is me. I don't know who to talk to because I know the reaction will be the same everywhere and everyone will have the same judgment. I wish I could turn around time and change things. This is a repost sub IAM, not the oop. I told her, which I am not proud of, that just because she was raped doesn't mean she can get away with acting for attention. I admit I was harsh, but she was acting cute and innocent. What the actual fresh hell is that nonsense? Wow, oop really came back and couldn't fathom how her post ended up on Am I the Devil? She isn't sorry for what she did to that poor girl, she's sorry her ex won't stay with her vile ass. No, seriously, how twisted do you have to be to say, just because you were RPED doesn't mean you can get away for attention? I told her, which I am not proud of, that just because she was raped doesn't mean she can get away with acting for attention. May as well have handed that girl a noose saying this. At no point did oop say she was honest about her insecurity with her boyfriend. He told her why he'd grown close to his new friend. Oop didn't ask why. He confided in his partner of 8 years how worried he was about his friend. And oop weaponized that trust I could maybe have felt for oop had she not said such an awful thing. But her sister is correct. I hope she examines what led her to acting in such a way. And I hope she doesn't try to get back with her ex. He deserves any peace he can find with his grief. If Op was that concerned about their friendship, then she should have had a more in-depth conversation about it. Instead, a few comments here and there. It's obvious that her ex-boyfriend was very trusting of her and would have explained it to her if she just talked to him about her concerns. All of this could have been avoided if they just talked more about it. I don't understand a person like that. If her boyfriend is looking at another woman that way, getting rid of the woman accomplishes nothing. He will just find someone else. You either trust your guy or you don't. I can't fathom why people think that if you apologize, you're absolved of what you did. Would she think that if she indirectly killed that girl? Even repenting sincerely won't bring back that person. I'm happy the BF found out before they were married or had kids. Verdict. Removed before verdict rendered. Yeah, I can guess what it would have been. I'm reminded of a Kurt Vonnegut quote, in which a man addresses the newborns in a maternity ward. Hello, babies. Welcome to Earth. It's hot in the summer and cold in the winter. It's round and wet and crowded. On the outside, babies. You've got 100 years here. There's only one rule that I know of. Babies. God damn it. You've got to be kind. I was SAED by my brother. I have a family who forgave him. If I had heard this, I would disappear too. I pray to God, if this is real, that the 23-year-old is okay. May Oop step on Legos every day of her life. Christ, what in the world is wrong with Op? What kind of person even thinks saying something like that was okay in the first place? Saying something like that, especially on topics of our pay, is just gross and cruel. Op has realized what she has done, but still, the damage has been done. Nothing could ever go back with those vile words. Even with her update, it really comes off as she is only sorry because her relationship being ruined, but not what she really had done. Oh my God. The way my stomach dropped when she recounted their phone conversation. That's beyond cruel. I was in utter shock at the part where Oop throws the reward past and calling her attention-seeking. And my first reaction was, she is the devil. Horrible. I don't get it. I've been with my wife for over 10 years. We know nearly all of each other's passwords. I would never answer her phone without her permission. Wow. I hope the sister manages to get through to her what she actually did. Otherwise, I feel sorry for every future friend or partner of that person. She says she was petty and rude, but not a bad person. 4. Checking notes. Calling a rape victim attention-seeking for having legit panic attacks and crossing lines. 4. Sharing her story privately with a trusted friend. That is some Disney villain-level malice, paired with extraordinary delusions. Oop claims she isn't a bad person, but good people don't do things like that. If you are with a compassionate man, appreciate him. There aren't many of those. When I got to the title and saw the ages weren't young teenagers, I immediately knew Oop was going to be the asshole. But then I read the whole post and Oop completely exceeded my expectations.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.